Well, good day. Good day. Good day. How are you after this W.W.P. Wounded Warriors program auction? How are you guys doing? I went through my notes today. I went back to the spreadsheet to see that everything was confirmed paid. And guess what, guys? I found out I missed an item I didn't pay for. Hi, Mandy. Well, you come in quick. That was good. I found out that I had something I hadn't paid for. So I had to go pay for it today. Isn't that amazing? I think that the auction went extremely well. The mods did a fantastic job, and I can't name everybody. I cannot name everybody. I could try, but I can't. I leave somebody out and then they'd feel bad. So, everybody, the presenters, the mods, the people behind the scenes, um, everyone, everyone did a fantastic job. We broke a record again in money raised. We are just like $74,000 short of $500,000 raised. And that's in count five auctions. I'm going to take this off. I got a brace on my wrist just simply because my hand hurts. Sometimes I sleep with them. Sometimes I wear them outside. All right, we'll take that off so it's out of the way. I want to show you a couple things first before we get to mail opening. I'm not going to open it all today because I have so much. And with everything, hey, Cartier, and with everything that Wounded Warrior program is going to send, I am going to have to open that pieces at a time. But I've got a big, and I mean this, a heavy package from Joe Durbin and Durbin Coin Auctions. Then I have one from Stacking with Kraken that I told him I would buy to help him with his medical expenses. He didn't want to get rid of it, but I told him I'd buy it. I'm going to keep it with the stipulation that he gets to buy it back. If I ever sell it, he gets to buy it back. Or if he wants it, he can buy it back um, at the same price. No biggie. I could have just lent him the money. He didn't feel good about that. So he said, I will sell you this. There we are. So I have that. We're going to open it up and take a look at it, but not today. Today, I want to talk about the W.W.P auction. Well, first, let's talk about my thumbnail today. A couple of deer horns right outside the door in my mudroom, and my wife likes to hang her visors on, her little hat she wears when she's mowing and stuff. And then there's a deer carving. You can see on one antler, there's a little deer hanging down, a deer carving that my friend um, used to carve. He did woodworking in his shop. Older gentleman, hunted out here for years and years and years. He is the gentleman that had that deer head hanging in his garage, and his widow said that I could have it. So I took it and had it. I took it to a taxidermist, had it redone, shoulder mount all the way down. And I gave it to his granddaughter because she really wanted it. I had a plaque made for it stating who shot it, where they shot it, when they shot it. We knew it was in the decade of the 70s, but we weren't real sure of the year. So that's what we put on the plaque. I gave everything to the granddaughter. So, hey, Steve, how are you, buddy? Oh, I didn't do that much. Yeah, I mean, I bought some stuff, but big deal. I always buy some stuff. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Um, yeah, I think I got some pretty neat items, I think. The one thing I'm really, really happy about is I got the one dog pile from you. I got the one dog pile from you. Otherwise, I couldn't get a bid in edgewise. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And the other thing I got was the pour that Angry did, where he had the prototype and then number 1, 2, 3, and then he broke the mold. I got the number 1. I wanted one of them. I got one. I tried to get a John Howe Challenge coin. I couldn't get one of them. But that's a good thing. A lot of bidding. I really, really enjoyed the auction. I think you guys all did a wonderful job. Hey, Pedro. No, man, you're the guys that do all the work. I just sit here in front of the computer the day of the auction or days of the auction and bid on stuff. That's all I do. You guys are guys that do all the work. You guys deserve all the credit. You guys deserve all the credit. And like I said when I started, I could try and name everybody, but I would leave somebody out and then they would feel bad. So I'm just going to say thank you, everybody. You did a fantastic job. Fantastic. And that's my after action review of the auction. We do have 2 packages today. I got a package from Nick's Coins, which I didn't expect, just quick, and I got a package from Stack Ann. We're going to open those, but like I said before, I got a couple other packages, and this one's a heavy one. There's a little bit of stuff in here from Joe Durbin and Durbin Coin Auctions, so we're going to look at that one, and then this one from Kraken. Like I said, I bought this from Kraken. He didn't really want to get rid of it, but he has medical bills. I said, I could lend you the money, and he didn't want to do that. He's that kind of guy. So he said, I'll sell you this with the stipulation that if you ever sell it, that it comes back to me first. I got first chance. Okay. And at the price that I paid him for. Okay. We can do that. I'll do that. Not a big deal. So I don't know what else. I really wanted to make another video, but the auction was on, so I couldn't. I wanted to talk about Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, and what Trump is doing. I wanted to talk about 2 books because we were talking about taxation and how taxation is theft, and what the hell is on that book cover? I don't know what that is. That almost looks like used spaghetti sauce. Anyway, 2 books. Income Tax, Shattering the Myths by Dr. Dave Champion. Right there. It is a very, very dry read. But we'll go over this book and we'll go over this book one of these days. The Creature from Jekyll Island. And this is all about the creation of the Federal Reserve. And you can see I have pages marked. So I've read these books. I've digested the material. I can kind of repeat back what's in these books when it comes to arguments about taxes, the Federal Reserve. I can do that. I can talk intelligently because I've read some books, done some research. And that's one thing that a lot of people in this community, any community, population at large, don't do. They listen to people who have opinions that don't do any research. They just have an opinion because somebody else had an opinion, because somebody else had an opinion. They listen to mainstream media, and the information they get told is what the elites want you to hear. That's it. You are being programmed. And when we try to talk about a subject, and I will present you with evidence, you will not believe it. Because of what you're programmed to believe. So we'll talk about that some other time. Anyway, let's open a couple packages, shall we? Let's open a couple packages. I want to open this one first from Stack Ann because it's Canadian. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think. Maybe. Could be. And I've never seen a little square package like this before. I don't know how she did that. And I do have to go out and work on a lawnmower yet this afternoon. So let's just open this up real quick. I probably won't keep these packages for reuse because I have so many. So many to reuse. I'll never ever have to buy a bubble mailer in my life. Never have to. Why? Because I try and reuse everything. I can still reuse that, I think. Might be able to. Yeah, I might be able to reuse that. All right, what the hell? We'll try it again. The thing is, you fold it over and over and over so much, put so much tape on, that it weighs extra when you take it to the post office. It costs you money. So there you go. That's one thing. All right, we got this. Let me adjust the camera down to the desktop so that I'm not trying to hold stuff up. Let's go like this. Go. God, it's a good thing I got pants on. Yeah, granted, they're not the best pants, but what the hell? They're still pants. Oh, stacking. And she got that tape too. I don't know if I want to reuse that or not. I could reuse that. That's too much tape. Oh my gosh. All right, get that out of the way. Look at that. A triple wrap. A triple wrap. Must be something very important to be triple wrapped like that. Oh, look. What is that? Oh, that's that butterfly. CCCC. CCCC. Yes, look at right there. It is. Yes, it is Canadian Mint. You knew it. You knew it, didn't you? You knew it. You knew it. Put that up there. What do we got? Nice box. One thing I appreciate about the Canadian Mint. All right. Come on. There it is. Little finger. And I'm sure this is a whole series too. And I'll end up trying to get the whole damn series, just like I do with songbirds and the birds of prey and wildlife, and try to get them all. Nice. Nice coin. Beautiful. A $20 coin. 2013. And it does not say what it is, but I'll look at the, does not say on the coin what it is anyway. Just says it's a $20 coin. So we'll look at the COA. COA. Yeah. Oh, Oregon. You're such a card. Anyway, there we go. Oregon, such a card. Let's look at this and see what this says. Oh, shoot. This one opens up like this. Okay. This is number 5,753 out of 10,000. 10,000 mintage. Okay, so okay, come on down here. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh man. Why does it have French on the coin? Here it is. All right, the coin. Be of 9999 pure silver with a diameter of 40 millimeters and a metal weight of 28.02 grams. So just shy of an ounce, but 4/9 fine silver. That's what I was looking for. I wanted to make sure that it was 4/9 fine. And it's not quite an ounce, but hey, you know what? Doesn't make any difference. It's pretty. I like it, and I wanted it, and I got it. I don't know if I banked doing this one or if I erase on that one. I don't know for sure, but it doesn't matter. I have it now. All right. And there was one other one in here. Oh, yeah, they came. Let's take this out of here for right now. We'll set this box over here like that with that. We'll get these that bubble shit out of there. All right. I think I got 3 of these, but always nice to have another one. A little copper triangle. Canada. Yeah. I like them. I like them. And then what do we got in here? And we have a little thank you card from Stack Hands, which I always love. Thank you very much. That's a nice one. I like that. And she always writes a little card. Like that. I like that a lot. I keep them all. I keep them all. And I don't know if I have this one or not, but it's the RAM. I don't know if I have that or not. I have to look on my spreadsheet. Of course, we have that ugly looking woman on there. Actually, she's pretty good looking, but in this picture anyway. She'd have been probably in her 60s right there. Maybe 60s, yeah. I like her real in her younger pictures and in the younger days. She was a looker, man. She was a real looker when she was young. All right, there you go. We got that. All right, let's put that over here out of the way. That's what we got from Stack In. That was a nice little haul there. I like that a lot. All right. Let's put that stuff away. Don't get the other one out here. Really nice. Really nice. I like that butterfly a lot. And the thing on the front, it's if you notice, it's got that little square thing all the way around right there. It's see how it makes it look like it's fluttering its wings? Isn't that cool? And that's why I like the Canadian Mint as opposed to the American Mint. They do shit like this. It's great. I love it. All right. Let's put Mr. Ram. Copper can stay out. He doesn't have to go in here. Let's put the Ram in there, though. Copper can stay out. I'll put him in there, too. What the hell? They go in a separate spot. So, in my safe, they go in a separate spot. So, we'll just put them up there on the table like that. For right now, I have a package I was going to mail today, but guess what? Kiwi said he wanted me to use the other address, and I got to readdress this envelope and use the other address. So he ain't going to get it for a while. Yes, that's why I love Canadian coins, simply because of the presentation and the quality, of course, but the quantity of different series and stuff that they put out. Just, I love it. I wish the American Mint would do that, but I don't know. The original Eye of Horus. Hey, Mrs. Coin Crew. I knew you'd probably be listening today. We got one more to open, and this is from Nick's Coins. This was, I can't remember. This is an auction for something. It was an auction for something, but I'm not, if it was to help someone with medical expenses or what it was for exactly, but I remember buying stuff, and then I sent the money, I sent the PayPal, and I thought I had sent her an email with my address, but she came back and said she needed my mailing address. Oh, that's weird. I thought I already sent it to you, but maybe I forgot, because I forgot to pay for one item yesterday. You know what I mean? My notes are complete, but when you go back and look at when I went back and looked at the notes this morning, because when you make the donation WWP, the receipt page pops up and there'll be a number at the bottom that's like your control number, and I write that down next to the item and the price I paid for it and the day that I bought it, whether it was Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. And I looked, and sure as shit, it did not have one of those numbers there after I looked at the spreadsheet this morning. So I went back and I made double sure, and so I went and paid it, because I kind of screwed up. I should maybe check my stuff just a little better. Usually I don't make that mistake, but you know how that goes. All right, let's see. Now we got to open this up down like this, because there's glue on it and when it's closed, and so there's still a little flap there that can, and that's how I reuse these things. Come on. Come on, you. Too much tape. Ah, man. All right. There. Just like that. Cut that off, too. Just like that. There. Okay. And you see how I do that? I can still reuse that. See? I can still take that, flip that right back over, and retape that. And it'll look just like new. It'll look just like new. Well, I cut off all this extra stuff, but you know how that works. It works, man. It works. So we can resave that. We can reuse that one. That's crap. All right. Man, it almost looks like she used electrical tape on that, but she didn't. Oh, man. Talk about tape, tape, tape. Wow. Wow, tape. Man. Good Lord, tape. All right, there. Jesus. Holy crap, man. Holy Moses. Wow. That's what I call some good packaging there. Yeah. That's what I call some good packaging. Look at that tape. There's more tape on here, and you know what to do with it. Holy crap. Yeah. Well, it'll get reused, that's for damn sure. Yeah, ain't getting that one off right yet, but all right, see, now I can refold that over and retape it. Nobody's the wiser. This crap on the back doesn't make any difference. It'll get addressed up there. Okay, oh, we got pennies. That's why it was heavy. We got pennies. I got to get a hold of Silver Selling Machine because I got to send her some pennies. And this doesn't say what they are. So we'll take a look here and see if we can see what they are. Nope. That's those are my enders. So no date visible there. That one I might be able to get might be able to look at that one. Hold up. These might be mixed coins too. 1979 P's. No mint mark. I'm not going to write on them yet because I don't know. I'll have to rewrap these because it says Federal Reserve Bank, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. Maybe I'll write on this one. And maybe they're all 1979s. I don't know. But there you go. 1979p. This one, we're just going to put a question mark on because we don't know. And that's the way my pennies get marked. And I don't buy a lot of pennies. I'm not a penny collector, but I'll buy rolls of them if they're, reasonable. And I'll just save them, put them in the safe because I don't know when they're going to quit making pennies, but I'm going to guess it'll be after this year. They'll probably make this year yet, and then they'll be done. But I don't know that for sure. So we'll just leave them there. We did get a couple of Canadian things. Yeah, this is auction because she's got numbers on stuff. Maybe this was she was selling stuff on Mama T's or Big T's, one of them. Might have been. I got a Canadian clamshell. I don't know what this is, 50%. Probably a 50%er. And I have one of these already, so see, there's it might even be clad for all I know. I'd have to look it up and see, but it's 1970. Came out. 1878. No, 1978. Yep, 1978. I thought it was a commemorative at first, but no. That is the XI games. So the 11th games. The 11th games of Commonwealth of Edmonton, 1978. I think I have one of these already, but if it's cheap enough, I buy it. So if it's cheap enough, I'll buy it. And it's Canadian, of course, so it goes in my collection. It's not a big deal, but there you go. The Edmonton games. Let's just take these and throw these. What do we got here? I think it's a George Washington commemorative. I can't remember. Yeah. I have a couple of these too. George Washington silver. The George Washington half. I think I got a couple of these too. The 250th anniversary. Of his birth. So let's see what that is there. Let me take a look. I gotta look at chat. Is that from Oregon? No, this is from Nick's Coins, Pedro. So I think it was Big T's auction. I don't know. But it came from Nick because she was the one that sold it. Yeah, the 250th anniversary of birth. It's in 1982. So, yeah, I mean, it's a decent commemorative of Washington. What's that little chunk out the back there? I don't know. Just slide your finger on it. That chunk is. Because it's got chunks here. Take it off with. It's got chunk there for your fingers. So I don't know what this chunk is for. But you see, United States Mint, that's how they package. And this one's fairly decent packaging compared to some of the coins I've seen in plastic shit. But yeah, I mean, it's a decent box and everything. So, all right. So we got those two. And I suppose we can leave the box. We can leave the box off like that. I got this lot right here. It was a lot of pennies I bought for some dollars. But there was one penny in here that I'm interested in, and that's a Canadian penny. It was advertised as a 1936 dot, which I doubt it is because, we got a couple SLQs, 29P and 27D. That was in that bunch. And the cut, but 976,000 minutes. Well, that's what they are. They're not the best shape, but they're not bad. I think you can still see the date on them. Oh. You can still see In God We Trust. You can just barely make out the date. Everything else is pretty slick on that one. This one's better. You can see a date better. In God We Trust better. There's more feathers on the eagle that are visible, especially on the underside of that one wing right there. The top side of that other wing is wore. The breast is wore pretty good, but the underside of that one wing is okay. And the In God We Trust through the middle there, the date at the bottom, a lot better. The shield and the front of the body are all worn pretty good. Liberty's not bad on that. This one's got more meat than this other one's got. Tell you that. We'll put them there. Oh, let's see what else we find in here for pennies. It was just a bunch of random pennies. There's a 2025 P. The shield. The shield penny. I mean, that's good looking, but here's a 1901 Indian, which is, that one looks actually pretty good, that Indian. It's not going to focus on the coin, is it? I have to take it out. I don't know. Indian don't look bad. Those pennies seem to hold up pretty good, those Indians. That one don't look bad at all. Kind of hard to hold them like that, but that one don't look too bad. It's got that dot right up there by the E. I wonder what that is, but I wonder a lot of time just looking at them. Well, guess what? We got to use the really close looker. Yeah, I don't know. That one's not bad. let's put that, and I really don't need all these flips, but a 2025 penny. So that one's pretty neat. That one's pretty neat. Get that one up there a little bit so you can see it. I got to look at these. Here's a Canadian pennies, small cents. There's a 1929 and a 1932. So we got King George, George V, and we got George V. One looks better than the other, but they're not bad pennies. I mean, they're good book pennies. Let's see if we can hold them up there like that. And if they'll do any better. Take them out of the damn flip, Gary. All right, well, I'm not a penny looker. Here's another Indian. There's an 18 something. 1893 or 2. Man, is it hard to see that. It's an 1893. All right. So we got an 1893. That's a George V there. That's a 1933 penny. That's not bad. Did I look at both of these already? I think I did. The 36 and 34. Here's the 36. This is the one I'm interested in. And that's not going to be a dot. Well, that's not a dot penny. If it was a dot penny, I'd be rich. But it's not. I think I have one that is, maybe. It looks like it could be, but I'd have to get it authenticated. There's a 32 and a 29. So a 32 and a 29, this 36 is not a dot. It was advertised as a dot, but it's not a dot. There's a 34. And a 33. And 2 Indians and a 2025 U.S. cent. Well, that's not a bad haul for pennies, especially Canadian pennies. Not a bad haul. I mean, when you think about it, that's not a bad haul for pennies. So, yeah, I'll take them. I got to fill a book. So there you go. And we can save this here bag. All right. That's what we got today. I know there's not a lot of circles. I got your cootie. You got cooties, all right. You got squirrel cooties. Muscle shell. Yeah. And head wounds always bleed excessively much, but I'm sure they got that stopped now. I was down at the river here, and there's a creek that flows into it, so I ran up the creek a ways, and I did about four or five 5-gallon pails full of stuff I classified down, and then I panned down, and I brought the fines up here at the house just to see if it doesn't look like there's anything in it to me, but always wonder if there's any gold in this in these creeks or this river around here. So I'm going to check these SLQs. I don't know if I'll put them in because they're so worn. I think I'll just take them, and this one might be worth saving, this 27D, because there's only like 970,000 of them minted. 976,000 minutes. So that one might be all right to redo. But this one that's 11 million, take that out and throw it in with the rest of them. Because I got a bag of them. The Standing Liberty quarters and halves. But I don't go through and put everything in 2x2s. So it just goes into a bag. Hey, Kraken. I got your package, buddy. We're going to wait to open that another day, though. Because everything gets to be too long. I got your package right here, buddy. We're going to wait another day to open that. And we got this big package from Joe Durbin. So that one can get open at the same time. This is a heavy one, so we'll open those two together. Today, I just wanted to open these. From Stack Ann and from Nick's Coins. So what do we got here? I have to show you somewhere right here. We got that stuff. Got that nice butterfly, a couple rolls of pennies. We got some other pennies, Canadian, basically Canadian, a couple Indians, and a 2025 penny. We got a Washington anniversary quarter. Got a couple SLQs. We got, I think just 50% Canadian Edmonton games. Damn. The 11th Edmonton games. It's a nice coin. I think I got two of those. Got a couple rolls of pennies. I don't know. One's a 79, and I don't know what the other one is. And then we got this Canadian Ram, and we got the Canadian copper. I got 2 or 3 of these coppers, so I'm probably good on them. I'm probably good on them. I don't know if I got that RAM. I think I do, but I got to look at my spreadsheet and see, because I really don't need more than one of everything. All right, that's what we got. The other thing we talked about earlier was how the W.W.P auction went. It went swimmingly. Can I put it that way? It went swimmingly. Everybody involved did a fantastic, wonderful job. Fantastic. Everything moved along. If you remember last year, we had to go to next weekend to finish it up. This time, everything got done as they said it was going to get done. So that was really good. The timing of everything was great. Steve, looking for silver, did a fantastic job of just. Oh, man. We'll talk about that in a minute, Muscle Show. Steve looking for silver, juicing that stuff. Man, I'm telling you, wonderful job. Wonderful job. Everybody involved did a great job, especially the mods keeping up with that, especially during when Steve was doing that shit and just add stuff. And the mods had to try and keep up with that. And they did a damn good job of keeping up with that stuff. I'm telling you, man. Oh, God, that was great. Anything extra I don't want, feel free. Okay. You got it, buddy. Uh, I don't know if I'm going to lay off silver or tone down my silver purchases and tone up my gold purchases. I don't know. I try to pick up platinum when I can, you know, whenever it comes up for sale on auction. Well, I try to get it, but like the last Coin Crew auction, of course, I did not get the platinum. There was only 1 gram anyway. Um, and try to get gold if I can. I got 1 gram. I didn't get the other tenths. There were 2 tenths that I didn't get. So uh, whatever, I still buy every month from MMX, but um, it's starting to get a little expensive. It's starting to um, weigh a little heavily on my budget. And this month, because of the W.W.P auction and um, a couple of auctions, I spent extra money on. Probably shouldn't have, but it did. Um, and we might have to tone down the gold, but still try and get as much as I can. I like the little stuff because there's a better premium on when you go to resell. But whatever. What kind? How? What? What's the show? What happened to your head? Did you get in a car accident, motorcycle accident, skydiving accident, or have somebody smack you on the head with a wrench? What was the? Oh God, Kraken! I don't know. I do not know. Stairs. Okay. And where did you bust up your head at? In the front, in the back, top, what? And how many stitches did you have to have? On the level stairs, okay, yeah. Probably carrying something too. Hands were full, more than likely. Ooh, concrete. It's worse. Where'd you get it? In the front or on top? No handrail, yeah. Hey, JJ, how are you, buddy? Did you see my butterfly? Hold up. I'm gonna have to put this down. I need a light on it. Look at that. That's just a package. The coin is better. Back of your head. It doesn't matter where on your head bleeds excessively much. I don't know how many head injuries I've seen, but man, oh man, just even the smallest cut bleeds, bleeds, bleeds. Um, yeah, we got that. And we got this one. I think this was from Big T's, but we got the Edmonton games. I think that's a 50 percenter. Um, and then the other thing I got Canadian wise was I got from Stack and I got the Ram, the 2017 Ram, and I got a copper thrown in. That's all I got for Canadian, except I did get some pennies. I got some Canadian pennies. I got 2 Indian heads in there and let's see, where is it? Over here. It's 2025 United States. 33s, 34s, 36s, 31, something like that. But book pennies, book pennies, and a couple of SLQs that aren't the best, but hey, whatever. And that George Washington commemorative quarter. That's a silver quarter, so what the hell. I don't know. Where yeah, copper ones are cool, man. I love copper. I don't buy a lot of it, but I'll bet I got about 50 ounces of it. Just different stuff that I got. I I don't have any copper bars. I just bought two copper bars, two 5 ounce copper bars on the W.W.P auction. One was an Army bar, one was a Navy bar. They were together, sold together. And so I bought them, and we're going to put them on my niece's memory table for me and her. She was in the Navy, I was in the Army. So, hey, Gatita. Let me see. Who was it telling me? Oh, Hummel. Yeah, you were telling me you're going to tone down gold and buy more silver. Well, I don't know, man. I think it's going to have to be proportional. I think it's going to have to be proportional. We're going to have to. I think silver has more upside potential, and the key word there is potential, because it's not a monetary metal anymore. It's kind of a semi-monetary metal. It's more of an industrial metal, and that's where I place it. And same thing with platinum or palladium, rhodium, all industrial metals. So I buy platinum. I have like 2 grams of palladium. I'd like to have 3 grams of palladium. I'd like to have 3 grams of rhodium too, but that's going to be something. I do have like 20, 23, 25 ounces of platinum. And when platinum was down and gold was up, I sold some gold and bought platinum. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe that was right. Maybe that was wrong. We'll see. Doesn't matter. Um, but I have maybe 1/10, maybe 10% in platinum. If we were comparing platinum to gold, I probably had 10% in platinum. And if you're comparing gold to silver, my ratio is way up there. It's like 15 to 1, 20 to 1 silver over gold. So I think my percentages are about right. It's just, where do I want to concentrate my spending more, gold or silver? I pick up platinum when I can, but I think I concentrate more on gold and pick up silver as I can, especially on the dips. But oh, cool. HD lowrider, huh? Okay. Well, I think platinum is underrated too, but platinum and palladium, they kind of go back and forth as far as industrial usage, especially in catalytic converters. Whichever is cheaper is what the automotive industry uses. So they have a vested interest in keeping both of those metals cheap. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Platinum can jump real high, real fast, but it can also go down real high, real fast. So, um, yeah, I remember when platinum was about the same price as gold per ounce, and it ain't quite that way anymore. So, eh, I don't know. Oh, copper is just beautiful. I love copper, man. The ROI is not real good. I mean, if you could, and I don't like saying that I would trade paper metals, but having some mining stock might not be bad. I have a couple, 2, 3 mines, but mining stocks, but they're major players. They're not miners. And the return is good on those guys so far. Fingers crossed on that one. But, if I could buy 10,000 pounds of copper and store it someplace and be able to trade it, yeah, but the only way to practically invest in copper to invest now is contracts. But how leveraged are the contracts? You know, it's like trading silver, or paper gold. They're leveraged like 100 to 1. So for every 1 ounce of physical, there's 100 ounces of contracts out there. And if that market ever goes to hell, are you going to get your metal? No, you're not. You're not. So I don't like investing that way. I don't. I am at the age where I really want a sure thing. I want cash in my hand. I want metals that I can touch that are stored in a vault. I want land that I can visit and traipse around on and know that it's mine. Investing in the stock market, I quit doing that when I retired from working. Everything then went into an annuity or a couple of annuities with an insurance company. I already got life insurance. I don't worry about that shit. But a couple of annuities and physical metals, precious metals after that. So I don't invest in the stock market much. I have, and I know a lot of people don't like to talk about their money. Doesn't matter to me. I got $2,000 in a Fidelity account, and that's my play around in the stock market money. And some of that money's in miners. So there you go. I mean, it's not like I got all my money tied up in stocks and bonds, because I don't. Bonds are nothing more than an IOU. That's all they are. It's a debt instrument. I don't want your debt instrument. Stocks and companies. Yeah, I can see investing in them. Some in the blue chip, the S&P 500, a stock fund there, and a fund too, not this stock, that stock, and the other stock, but a fund of stocks, a mutual fund. So if one goes down, another one goes up, and it levels everything off. You're not losing as much money potentially that way. Yeah, some miners, and some cash held in reserve just in case I want to buy something, but not a lot of. I don't want a lot of risk. As you get older, your risk tolerance goes down, way, way down. So I don't want any risk, or very, very little. But yeah, I know. Copper's gone. When I first looked at copper, it was cents. It was cents, under $1. And now it's what? $2, $3? I think they're going to continue to make the penny, but they're going to make the penny out of steel, probably. more than likely. I don't know if the cost of making a penny is in the metal that they make the penny out of, or the all of the other stuff that goes into it, the presses, the dies, the machines, the wages for the people, um, and blah blah blah. I don't know where the because it costs what, a couple bucks to make a penny, $3 to make a penny. Okay, so where is the majority of that cost? Is it in the metal that's in the penny? No, it's not. It's in the uh, how it's made and machinery and the infrastructure and the people's wages and all that. That's where the cost is all at. So if they can bring that cost down, automate things to the point where people are unnecessary and you don't have to pay those wages and retirement funds and healthcare costs and all that, because you got to figure all that in. They might still make a penny. I know a lot of countries just did away with paper currency, so they don't have to print paper. So that central bank, because the central bank is the one who prints our currency, and they make money doing that. But that's the Treasury's job. That is the Treasury's job. Per the Constitution, the Treasury is the only one allowed to print or coin money. I'll look that up in the Constitution if you want. But Congress decided that they didn't want the Treasury Department that big, and so they gave that job to the Fed, or maybe it was the other way around. The Fed said, "Hey, we'll print your dollars for you if whatever." Doesn't make any difference. The Fed makes money doing that. Now you got to remember, the Fed is not a government institution at all. Period. It's not federal. It's a collection of private banks. Private banks. You can invest. You cannot invest in it, but there are people who own those banks, and they make money by printing our paper currency. They make money by buying debt, our debt, monetizing our debt. Avort. The Fed should be done away with. But we'll talk about that in another episode. Won't we? Yeah, it's an interesting read. And if you read this book, um, you will become so pissed off. I was pissed off when I read this book after I read it. What do I have tabbed here anyway? Debt. Why we have debt. Well, right now, with the monetary system that we have, debt is what makes money. Money is made from debt. A suggestion for your congressman. Maybe that section we'll go over. What is this tab right here? From a crash to a depression. All right. And here is a section on climate change. Now, you wouldn't think that a book about the Federal Reserve would have anything to do with climate change, would you? The environmental pollution model of an economy. And what do we have here? Oh, this is what I paid for it. Oh, no, this was from Midas Research. Yeah. Yeah, I bought this from the book from Midas Resources. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in here that everyone should read this book. Everyone should read this book. Oh, I know. I can get Canadian cents on Black as auction for little or nothing. Yeah, they quit making them, but you can still get rolls of them. And I really need to put together a set of a book or two of Canadian pennies from 2012 back. I really do need to do that. I should probably get the pennies now, rolls of them, before I can't get them anymore. So maybe you want to put them on your auction, Mrs. Coin Crew. Hey, put a roll of pennies up for whatever a buck over whatever you got them for, whatever, too. People will buy them. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of businesses, Muscle Shell, that don't take cash anymore. And just about nobody, even in this small town of 7,000 people up here, Osage. God damn it. What? Yeah? What? Fuck you. Block. All right. These are scam calls, spam calls, robocalls from someplace that's trying to sell you a Medicare plan. And they want you to say hello so that they can capture that. And so I answer the phone with a what all the time. A lot of times they'll just hang up. This time the call went on. Hi, my name is Sabrina. Uh, you know, I've told these people when I've talked to a live person to please take me off their mailing list, quit calling me. And I block them, block the number, and that's the second one today that trying to get you to say, why, yes, I have Medicare Parts A and B. Hello, they want you to say that. They would like you to say your name. It's just a scam. Just a scam. It's a robocall. It's not a person. So when I say fuck you, I'm not uh, hurting anyone's feelings because it's a computer. So I get tired. I get tired of that shit. Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, I was talking about this little town up here. Like all of the corporate owned stores like Quick Star, Casey's, um, places like that will not accept a check. My local post office will accept a check. Will accept a check. All the local businesses will accept a check. It's just the corporate businesses like Quick Star, Quick Serve, same thing. Casey's. Um, there's other places. Trying to think what we have in town here now. Dollar General, the dollar stores won't take a check. Who else is up there? As a matter of fact, my local hardware store prefers a check, cash or check, because they say if you pay with your debit card or your credit card, we're going to add 3.5%. So you get two receipts. You get one that shows the actual price with tax, and then you get another receipt that shows the actual price with tax and 3%. So you get two receipts when you go to the hardware store, unless you pay with cash or a check. They prefer you pay with a check. And they tell you this is what's happening if you don't. And I appreciate that. But yeah, there are places, especially if I go to Mason City, 45 minutes away, that away, um, there's nobody over there that'll take a check. And some places will not take cash, card only. And the reason they don't take cash is because they don't want to handle cash for one thing, but it's employee theft. It's too easy for employees to steal from the till with cash on hand. Just too easy. So they just go all card, either credit or debit card. And that's it. And that's the way it's going to go. You are going to get a central bank digital currency. You are going to get it. It might take another 10 years, it might take another 20 years, but you are going to get it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I hope I'm dead by then. I hope I'm dead by then. And when you box battled Ida, when was that? Verizon wanted to charge you a 3% fee for using cash? Well, that's because, are you using a Verizon card? Or do you use a Verizon card? Because that's the only way they could get any money back from that. Because if it was a MasterCard or a Visa card or what's the other one? Discover, they wouldn't get any money back from those cards, but they would get money back from a Verizon card. But they would still have to go through Visa or I don't understand that. Because they're not getting any money back if you use a card to pay. That money goes to the card companies. They're not making it. So why are they trying to charge you a 3% fee? Boy, I would have sat there and argued my ass off with them. I know that wasn't you. I know that wasn't you. How does Bank of America charge me to talk on my phone? How do they do that? Who do you have your phone plan through? Or are you banking with Bank of America and then you pay your cell bill with Bank of America through your debit card or through your checking account? I'm not, I'm not getting that. I don't know how Bank of America could charge you to use your phone. Yeah, my if I well, I took an $8,000 check to the bank when I sold some gold. I said, just throw it in my account, signed it, put my number on.